to episode 4 of What I Read While Working a 9 to 5 job, where I show you what I'm reading, how much I'm reading, while I work full-time in corporate America as a marketing girly. Let me tell you what I'm currently reading. It's Friday. I'm so excited. It's the weekend. I'm going to be doing a lot of reading this weekend, fingers crossed. As you could probably imagine, a lot of my reading gets done on the weekends. In the week, I mostly listen to audiobooks on my commute, read a little before bed, but nothing too crazy. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm able to really dive deep into the books I'm reading. So, current reads. We have Warrior Girl Unearthed. This follows Perry Firekeeper Birch, and she lives on Sugar Island. She is trying to unravel the exploitation of her people by scientists, researchers, white scientists and researchers, and the way that they have stolen her ancestors' belongings and her ancestors themselves for their own gain. And she kind of goes on this journey of learning and realizing these things and then actively trying to get back what's rightfully hers. And it's super interesting book so far. I'm over halfway done with it. I think I'll probably finish this weekend, so looking forward to that. I'm also reading the one and only Yellowface by Kuang. This is primarily being read on audiobook when I'm on my commute. Me and my husband McCoy carpool, so we're reading this together, which has been such a fun experience. I love reading books with him, but I think reading an audiobook together in the car every day when we go to work on the way home is such a fun way to connect. This is especially a good book club book. This is about a white woman who's not really anybody in the publishing industry, who ends up stealing the manuscript of her friend who recently passed away tragically. It just really uncovers the dark underbelly of the publishing industry and grapples with the question who should tell what stories, and that's been super interesting to unpack. Obviously, our main character is absolutely insufferable and doing all the wrong things, but the question kind of is explored throughout this book. That's what's currently on the lineup. I think I'll be finishing Warrior Girl Unearthed this weekend and then picking something new up. I'm kind of leaning toward Blood Over Brighthaven. We'll see. I think McCoy would be very thrilled if I read that because it's one of his favorite books ever. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome to episode 4 of What I Read While Working a 9 to 5 job, and we'll be in touch. I'll keep you updated. morning. It is Sunday morning at around 10:30 a.m. I just finished getting ready for the day a little bit. By getting ready for the day, I just mean getting in comfy clothes because that's what I'm going to be living in today. I want to do a lot of reading. As you kind of saw, we had a really busy day yesterday. We went climbing in the morning. My brother-in-law graduated from college, from his undergrad, and so we were celebrating with him. We went to dinner Friday night and just hung out with them, and then in the morning we went climbing. I used to be super into rock climbing. Like, it used to be our hobby. We would go multiple times a week. It's been over a year, I want to say, and I'm feeling it. Like, this morning I woke up and my whole body was like creaking in a very satisfying way. It feels good, but it's just so humbling to like know what I used to climb and then go yesterday and be like, oh. But I mean, that's what happens. We still had a lot of fun. After climbing, we ended up going straight to meet up with my family because my brother's birthday was just a couple days ago. So we did like a birthday lunch, which was super fun. And then right after the birthday lunch, we came straight home. And I had some friends over for just like a comfy, cozy girls' night in. And this morning, I'm just feeling tired. I'm feeling ready to relax. I literally think McCoy's downstairs making pancakes, which is hilarious because ever since I read Yellowface, if you know, you know, I have an interesting relationship with pancakes, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. But I love them, so shout out to McCoy. I'm going to hopefully finish Warrior Girl on Earth. That's my goal. I think we want to do some like Stardew Valley, some comfy, cozy video games. I hear some lo-fi music playing downstairs. I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna read another bookish update from recently. I recently switched from Audible to Libro FM, and this isn't sponsored or anything, but using Libro FM and being able to support a local bookstore is so much more fulfilling and satisfying than shoveling more money over to Jeff. I mentioned that because I have like 3 extra credits just from signing up. I think I'm going to use those for maybe Blood Over Brighthaven. We usually try and use the credits for books that we're both going to read at some point, and he's already read Blood Over Brighthaven, so doesn't check that box. Might just do it anyways. And I also want to get A Great Big Beautiful Life because I don't have that yet, and I'm such an Emily Henry fan. I've heard such mixed reviews, and so I'm like wanting to pick it up and see for myself if I like it. I'm just such a big Emily Henry fan. I just can't even fathom a world where I actively despise that book. Like, I know I'll like it. I know I'll like pieces of it, and some people haven't had that experience, but I just really think that that's what's gonna go down for me personally. We'll see though. I definitely want to go pick it up soon, but that's kind of what's on my radar for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast and read, get comfy, and have a really chill Sunday in to kind of prepare for the new week. Our house is pretty clean. I usually like to do a Sunday reset. You know, nothing really to do. So that's also a really good feeling. All right, I'm going to go downstairs. Talk later. Exiting the rotting state that I've been in all day. We're going to the park. I have just one chapter left in the epilogue of Warrior Girl on Earth, so I'm gonna go to the park, finish that. We've hung out with my brother and sister-in-law all day, which has been really fun. We watched One of Them Days and some YouTube, relaxed, ate a lot. My sister-in-law, Cozy, is starting Happy Place. I'm so thrilled to be involved in this monumental moment. got done from work and I'm waiting for McCoy to come down from his work so we can go home, but I wanted to give a quick update because I do have some reading updates for you and they're exciting. The exciting update is that I finished Warrior Girl on Earth last night and it was really good. I'm really excited to talk about it on TikTok and give you a little synopsis and my thoughts and everything. It is a sponsored video on TikTok, but I'm really excited to promote it because it's a really solid, important book. And then I do think I'm going to pick up Blood Over Brighthaven next. I got the book out. I have not read a page, but it is on my nightstand. So I think that's what's on deck. The only problem with that is I don't have the audiobook and I want to tandem read it if possible with audio and reading, because that's how I get through books quickest, is if I have both, which I know is a bit excessive and unnecessary, but that's just the vibe. I currently don't have an audiobook outside of Yellowface, which I'm listening to with McCoy. So I do need to figure out what audiobook I'm going to be listening to. I'm going to kind of scroll through Libby and just see what's available, see what I have on hold. My other option is I do have Libro FM and I just got credits for that for signing up. So I could use one of those credits for Blood Over Brighthaven. I'm also thinking I want to use one of those credits for Sunrise on the Reaping. And I'm also thinking I want one of those credits for A Great Big Beautiful Life. So I'll keep you posted on what I decide for an audiobook, because right now I'm only using Yellowface. So stay tuned for that, and I'll keep you posted on Blood Over Brighthaven. Last night I read the first chapter of Blood Over Brighthaven, and why did no one tell me it was going to be absolutely traumatizing? Actually, McCoy did explicitly tell me that the first chapter was going to be traumatizing, but I just don't think I was emotionally, mentally prepared for that. I literally read the first chapter in the bath last night, closed the book, and did not open it again because I was like, I can hardly stomach this. How am I expected to go on? Still no audiobook in sight, which is a problem because I do need to commute to work today. It's like 7:45 a.m. so I'm gonna leave for work in the next 20 minutes or so. Need to have an audiobook by that point. Part of me thinks I'm just gonna snag Blood Over Brighthaven from Libro FM. I think that's probably what's gonna happen, but you never actually know. We have to drive separate this morning, so that's why we can't read Yellowface on the way. There's my reading update. Talk later. I'm gonna go to work now. Hi, good morning. I'm gonna do a nice blondie.
Perfect. What size do you want that?
Let's do large.
Do you want it just like that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Climbing their ramparts and liking crowding their towers. But she beheld the antique splendor under the light of the rising sun. They don't count as people.
To give a quick update. We're gonna wrap this vlog up right now because it's the weekend again, but let me tell you where I'm at with Blood Over Brighthaven. First of all, Love this book. Literally one of my favorite books so far, and I haven't even finished it, but I know this is a 5-star. I'm rating it 5 stars right now, so you can expect that. I'm on page 330, which is chapter 19. The chapter is called Mage's Mirror. As you could tell, maybe you can't tell, that's a little bikini poking out there because we're going to a lake today. I just want to lay out, read, and I'm just going to be soaking up the sun. And usually when I'm going on a lake trip, I will only bring my Kindle. Or I'll only do audiobooks because the damage that could be done to a book at a lake, it's enough to be a little nervous. But you cannot part me with this book if you wanted to. I have like 100 pages left, maybe more than that, maybe 150, I don't know. I don't even know how many pages are in this book. We're going based on vibes. And I'm going to get car sick because I'm going to be reading in the car and we're just going to take one for the team for the greater good. I wanted to update you the other day when I pulled into work because I was literally driving there. And very start, maybe chapter 2, had me in tears. Which, if you've read this book, you'd think that's a little dramatic. And it is. And it is. But I just knew from the get-go that this was going to be the book for me. The writing is so addictive. Even the font. I could do a TED Talk on the font of a book and how it impacts my reading experience. This is great font. And it's great hardcover. Like, it stays open. Anyways, that's my current reading update. I'm going to start the other vlog literally right now and go to the lake, read this book, and have a good old time. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate your support on YouTube so much. I've been loving doing these What I Read While Working a 9-to-5 vlogs. I hope you're loving them too. Stay tuned for the next one because the next one we're going to be going to a lake. Happy reading, everyone. Bye. See you in the next one.